It's the day after Thanksgiving. How many of you guys stepped on the scale this morning? I did. Let's talk about it. I stepped on the scale this morning after a full, delicious Thanksgiving meal yesterday, and the scale was up about 2.5 pounds. Do you know what you would have to do to gain 2.5 pounds of real, actual tissue? If we use the estimate that each pound of body fat is about 3,500 calories, then that would mean we would need to have eaten, one second please, you would need to have eaten 8,750 calories above your maintenance. If your maintenance calories is 1,500 or above, which it is, that means you would have need to have eaten over 10,000 calories yesterday. I looked at the statistics, and the average amount of calories that an American eats on Thanksgiving is between 3,500 and 4,000. So even if you were on the upper end of that day, at best, that puts you at gaining 2/3 of an actual pound of tissue. So why is the scale up 2.5 pounds today? Well, a good chunk of that food is still inside of me currently, right? It hasn't even been a day. Also, it's higher in sodium than what I usually eat, which means it's gonna hang on to more of the water that I drink. I can actually see it a little bit in my face. There's a tiny bit of puffiness in my face that isn't normally there. That's just from eating a weird day of food yesterday. The water, the sodium, and the food, that's all going to leave eventually. So even under the worst case scenario, you could not have possibly done that much damage in one day. So the worst thing that you can do is see that jump on the scale, say, oh man, I blew it, I give up, and just not bother trying to get back to your normal, healthy habits. That is where actual continuous weight gain can come in over the holidays. But if you keep it to the day, you keep it to Thanksgiving, you'll keep it to Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, you're gonna be just fine. So don't worry about trying to compensate for what you ate yesterday. In the grand scheme of things, it is a drop in the bucket. And I want you to be able to associate yesterday with your family and friends and loved ones and quality time, and not what the scale says today.